Welcome back to Breakfast Television. A big bombshell last night. After 7 o'clock, Finance Minister Bill Morneau suddenly called a press conference. Richard Southern from 680 News joins us now. And it was a shocker, not a huge surprise, but man, after 7 o'clock on a Monday.
I've always said the best news conferences are the hastily arranged ones. Those are the ones we like the most. But yeah, it was a shock. Here's a question for you, and nobody will get this unless you're a very, very keen study on Canadian political history. But when was the last time Canada lost its finance minister in the midst of a depression or recession?
When?
Any sort of wild guess? Yeah, when was there was only one other time. Do you know when it was?
No, please tell me. I'm interested.
Gotta go back to 1932, the depths of the Depression. Prime Minister R.B. Bennett fired himself as finance minister. He was also put himself in that role. So it just goes to show you how unprecedented what we saw last night was, with Morneau leaving here in the middle of this economic turmoil brought on by the virus. And whether he was pushed or jumped, the end result for investors is the same, in that Canada's fiscal direction is now very murky. You see, Morneau and Trudeau, they reportedly butted heads over the massive spending backstop for Canada's pandemic-hammered economy. If you believe the reports, the Prime Minister was growing uneasy with the fast ballooning deficit, which is projected at $343 billion. So could Morneau, heading for the exit, signal tighter fiscal restraint? We'll have to see. Now, when it comes to his successor, Mark Carney's name has been floated. Remember Mark Carney? Here's a man with an awful lot of experience, Melissa, in dealing with tough economic times. You know, he was credited with shepherding Canada's economy through the fiscal crisis of '08. He took over at the bank in February of '08. So you got to wonder, here's a guy they could put in Morneau's, liberal stronghold riding at Toronto Centre and maybe win. We'll have to see. Melissa, the Canadian dollar falling this morning amid all the uncertainty brought on by this.
So after all of that wild news, you probably needed a good sleep last night, Richard.
I did. I was dreaming of finance ministers last night after watching that news conference.
What a dream.
Yeah. But you know what? Mattress sales are absolutely through the roof, Melissa. Most of the big mattress companies are saying they are doing a very brisk business as of late.
Because we need a good sleep?
We need a good sleep, but the thinking is that, like, we're home all the time, so we're looking for more comfort. But we're also, apparently, according to a lot of people, we're working from bed.
Oh.
Take the laptop in bed, and maybe you can't do the Zoom call in there and get away with it. But
you
can
just have the fake background.
That's right. You're like, I'm in the home office. Anyways, the mattress companies are saying they're also seeing interest for some of the more expensive adjustable mattresses. Where you hit the button and you zoom up. So that's what people are looking at right now.
I'm just thinking too, what if you had a blanket that had like a suit printed on top of it? You could pull it up. I don't know, just an idea when you pick up your new mattress.
Don't tempt me, because that's how I'm going to show up on BT tomorrow morning.
That does sound like something you do.
And nobody needs to see that, quite frankly. We'd lose our broadcast license, Melissa. It'd be a bad scene. Me in bed. Bad scene.
If you need a good sleep, you might also need a good drink.
So this is really interesting. The drinks are on actor Ryan Reynolds. He just sold his gin brand for $610 million. Now, this actor, not a bad chunk of change, Melissa. He owned, or was part owner, of Aviation American Gin. He started this with some other investors. And yesterday, the biggest liquor company in the world, Diageo Brands, bought that for $610 million. Reynolds is expected to net about $75 million from that. He's going to remain the public face of this gin brand. Gin sales apparently very hot, and Aviation, this particular brand, reported 100% growth in sales volume. So
wow,
it's Reynolds. Ain't hurting right now.
Big payoff for him. Thanks so much for that, Richard. Nice chatting with you.
See you tomorrow.